Hey everyone, Hitzman Outdoors here. Thank you for coming and joining another video with me. If this is your first time, thanks for taking the time out of your day to come watch. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you like some of my videos. Go back and check out some of my recent videos from this past summer. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get no deer hunting footage, and ice fishing has sucked this year. We've been on the bay a couple times. I've caught a couple fish, but not a ton of action, so we haven't really recorded any ice fishing videos. We went on the river. We had a couple days where we did decent, but of course, I don't have a light in my shanty or in my brother's shanty, so that way you could see us. And the best bites we found on the river were like when it was getting too dark in the shanty, it'd be like the last half hour of light. So with that being said, here in Michigan, we've recently had a warm-up, and I'm super excited. So I got some baits out in front of me here that are brand new Berkley baits, as well as I got two new rods, rod and reel combos that I want to show you here. And these are the things that I'm super excited to use. Obviously, there's a whole ton of stuff that I'm excited to use. I'm just ready to get fishing. I'm hoping within the next, as long as the temperatures keep the way they are, I should be able to fish at least one of the rivers around here due to current. It's starting to open up as it is, so I'm really hoping it opens up fully. I can get out on the water. But let's get into the baits. I'm going to start with the soft plastics, and then I'm going to go to the hard baits, which I don't have everything, obviously, that Berkley has just recently come out with. I've only been able to get a couple things here and there. But I just kind of wanted to go over with you what I've picked up, what I'm going to kind of use it for, and then go from there. So we'll start with these bad boys. So these are the brand new Berkley Power Bait Max Scent. These are the Crud Crawl. They're a 4-inch crawdad bait. And as of right now, I only have two colors in them. I got green pumpkin pearl white. So it's a green pumpkin back with a pearlish white belly. And then I got the fire craw color. Now these, they have like little lips on the tentacles, so it's gonna have better action on them. And I'm gonna use these for like a swim jig or just straight Texas rigging. And I really got these colors mainly for spring, especially the fire craw. I can't wait to throw a swim jig with that around some starting to grow up grass or some overhanging trees that are in the rivers. And then next up, we'll go to the Power Bait Max Scent Stink Bug. I got a color called Cold Blue Tan, which is this is a new color for Berkley. And then also Blueberry Moonshine, that's also a new color. They're both 3.5-inch baits. Now these I'm also going to use as a Texas rig bait. I may throw them on a swim jig, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But I'm mainly probably going to Texas rig these, as well as when it comes to summertime, I'm going to punch heavy cover with them. And these are going to do phenomenal in the river. That's mainly why I got these two colors in specific, because I'm going to mainly be fishing the rivers with them. Now this Cold Blue Tan color, I'm probably going to use in certain lakes, but typically I'm going to be throwing those in the river. Next up, we'll go to our next crawdad baits. So these are not the Max Scent, they're just regular power bait. These are called the Clatter Crawl. They're a 3.5-inch crawdad bait. You can't really see them in the packaging, so I'll just get one out real quick. So it's a head formed right into the bait, and as you can see, it's got a weed guard. So they went with a really natural, realistic look, and I really like that. And they got these little discs in the claws, so when it's going like this in the water, it's got a slight rattle. It's got two little BBs in there, and it's going to rattle around. These, I cannot wait to be flipping around overhanging trees or just dragging across some rocks. I think that's going to be phenomenal in the rivers. I got two colors, which these, more than likely, depending on how much I like them, come the time I can actually use them, which I have a feeling I'm going to like them because they're something different and they're unique. And I don't really think there's too many things, if anything, on the market right now that is similar to these. But as of right now, I have green pumpkin orange, And then that green pumpkin cream. So it's the green pumpkin back with the cream belly there. So you guys seen me, if you've watched any of my recent videos, you've seen me throw the rigged coal shad, which is the coal shad with the treble hook on the bottom, and it's got the harness built in. So they recently come out with these right here. These are the unrigged coal shads, and they come out with two sizes, just like the regular coal shad. The only difference is instead of 6 and 8 inch, they come out with a 5 and a 6 inch. So I got 2 5-inch and 2 6-inch. The colors I got in the 5-inch is I got HD gizzard shad and albino. Now these right here, what I'm going to use these bad boys for is mainly in the river. I'm going to take and use a weighted swim bait hook. That way I can fish it around cover, be weedless. I plan on doing a line through of this, so that way I can kind of fish it in open water and not have to have that weighted hook and have a treble hook instead. Excuse me, instead. And I'm just excited to get these babies on the water. I really like the coal shad 6-inch, but I got these, the coal shad 6-inch unrigged version. I got green pumpkin pearl and yellow HD yellow perch. Now these I'm going to use on lakes. I'm going to use a swim bait head. I also have the core tackle tush hook that I'm going to probably use for these, as well as I may throw a weighted swim bait hook in either of these on any river, or if I'm in a lake that has weeds and I want to kind of go around them weeds. Next up, these are kind of, these two things go hand in hand. So they got new terminal tackle along with these new plastics. I'll get to the terminal tackle here in a second. These are the new drip swimmer. So I got 2 3-inch versions just for now. These are a small paddle tail minnow. You use them for forward facing sonar, which you know I have Mega Live if you've watched any videos. These I'm going to use midsummer. I probably will actually use these in the spring as well, just to give that small presentation when I'm blind casting where around like shallow flats with rocks, or just shallow sand flats in general where I know fish pull up to get ready to spawn. And I got this color, this is white shiner. And then I got HD emerald shiner. Now I am going to get the regular drip minnow, which don't have the paddle tail, it's just a straight tail minnow. But for now I just wanted these because I figure that the paddle tail is going to give it a slower swim down, and I can keep it in them fish's faces for longer. So I'll be using those this summer, and then paired up with those I'm going to be throwing the Berkley Fusion 19 hybrid jig head. These are, I got a 1/8 ounce 1/0 hook in chrome, and then a 3/8 ounce 2/0 hook in chrome. Like I said, that's going to be used for forward facing sonar or just casting shallow flats, just blind casting. Next up, they have some new lipless crankbaits. I'm just going to go over these real quick. I'm not going to really go too in depth just because I've grabbed a couple of these. I love my lipless crankbaits. And of course they're all hooked together. So they have 3 different sizes in these. They have the 6, the 7, and the 8, which I only have the 6 and the 7 version right now. I don't know if I'll ever get the 8 size. I'm not 100% sure, just because I don't really see myself throwing a 1 ounce lipless crankbait too much. But I'll show you the 7s first. I only got 2 7s and I got 4 6s. This one is white powder. These 2 colors are mainly going to be for on the river. I got white powder, and you know, anytime you're fishing turbid water, you cannot beat Fire Tiger. Those 2 bad boys, they're going to catch some fish. Now I'm going to use those in the spring quite a bit this year. I want to kind of fish lipless crankbaits more this year. Then we got, so these are the smaller, this is the smallest size, which these are still 1/2 ounce. Those are 3/4, I believe. Yep, 3/4. These are 1/2 ounce. This is the size 6. This is HD Goby color. And then I got Chartreuse Flash. You cannot beat black and silver. That is a killer color. Anywhere you go, it matches a lot of hatch. And then I also got Ghost Chrome Gill, which this color I'm actually really super excited for, especially one of the lakes that I fish a lot because it's not far from my home. It's a crystal clear body of water. A lot of videos were actually on that lake last year, and that's going to be one of my key colors. And then, lastly for baits, I have the new version. So you guys have seen me use the Stunnas. The Stunna 112s before. I've only used really the 112, not the 112 plus ones. But I got a box of Stunna. They come out with the 100s and the 100 plus ones and the 112 plus twos, which I'll just give you a quick overview. I'm not going to show every single one. I'll just kind of show them quickly. So these are the 112 plus twos. This is Stone Cold, Ghost Morning Dawn. These I'm going to fish that later period of spring, right before summer, when they start pushing back deep from the spawn. And then I'm also going to fish these when I'm starting to have the fish kind of push up onto the edges of from the deep water up, going up the edges of the flats. I'm going to throw that around when I'm trying to get a little deeper to them. And then if I feel I'm going to need a smaller profile in the spring, I'm going to start off with these. These are the Berkley Stunna 100, so they're just a smaller version of the 112. I got shad fillet, black gold. This one is called French Pearl. That is that's going to be a river killer right there. I can already guarantee that. And then some natural water killers. We got, this is OB Vapor Blue, and then we got Perch. And then for the 112 or 100 plus one, oh, sorry. The Perch was a 100 plus one. It's got that little bigger bill. And then I got Table Rock. And then for the last two colors, I got Stone Cold and Matte Finish Tennessee Shad. Those are all the 100 size jerk baits that I bought. I'm super excited for that slightly downgraded size of jerk bait because I love the 112s and the 112 plus ones, but I've always wanted that smaller size. I've used the Bass Pro Shops version, but now I can kind of switch over and get the all Berkley ones. I'm super excited for those. Now for the rods. So I got two rods. Now you guys know I'm a Abu Garcia fan, which Fenwick is kind of it's not Abu Garcia, but from everything I understand, they're made by Pure Fishing, so they're kind of the same company, just different names. So I bought the Fenwick Elite. This is a 8-foot heavy, I believe. Yep, 8-foot heavy fast with a Abu Garcia Revo inshore. This is a 7:3-to-1 gear ratio reel. And what I'm going to use this for is my glide baits to medium-sized swim baits. Anything with treble hook, basically. I probably will throw an umbrella rig on there. And then next up, we have a new spinning rod. This is the Fenwick HMG. This is a 6'9" medium, paired up with the Abu Garcia Revo SX size 30, 6:2-to-1 gear ratio reel. And this basically, what I want this for is I'm going to be skipping docks with it. And I'm also going to be using this for things like this right here, as well as probably be throwing like my lighter Ned rigs on this rod. So I'm super excited. I cannot wait to get fishing. I'm pumped. So hopefully you like this video. There will be more to come. If you have any ideas that you'd like to throw at me, maybe for a video you'd like to see, just shoot it down in the comments. And then I'm hoping to get some footage here for you guys soon. I mean, let's keep our fingers crossed we keep this weather up, and I should be fishing even from shore soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.